And just like that, my life changed. You just never know what the universe can have in store for you. Planning something? Well, forget it. You're going to be doing something else instead. That's exactly what happened to me recently, and as much as it was a shock initially, I have to say, I'm really enjoying it now. Without warning, everything changed for me. Just literally overnight, all my daily activities completely changed. Has that ever happened to you? Suddenly, everything gets switched up? But I knew it was for the best, that something bigger was calling for me, for my attention. And in order to do that, I needed to get off the laptop. Nothing had really gone wrong with my laptop, but I noticed that my keyboard was getting kind of crunchy. If you write as much as I do, when the keyboard starts to get harder to use, it's not only annoying, it slows you down and disturbs your focus. When I looked at the expiration date of my Apple Care Plus plan, it was going to expire in 4 days. Without that, I would have to pay for a new keyboard and possibly a lot more myself. But with my plan, they would replace it all for free. I had been just getting ready to launch my first class in a really long time, and I was so excited about it. Getting the graphics ready, getting started and sharing the news about it, and suddenly I had to stop all that activity. So disappointing. But at the same time, I also know by now that all happenings are always for a reason. It is so super important that I keep this Mac in tip-top shape, and so I did need to take care of it as a priority. More news on upcoming courses once I get past this. So with that 4-day deadline looming ahead, I suddenly had to rush my Mac into the store, get squeezed into a Genius Bar appointment, and then they sent it off to a repair center in Czechoslovakia. Yep, that's where they repair MacBook Pros around here now, the former Eastern Bloc. My, how times have changed. In the meanwhile, on that very same day, literally while I'm on my way to the Apple Store, I get a call from a language school saying my application's been accepted and the class started 2 days ago. Do I want in? Why didn't they call me before? I don't know. They had plenty of other courses starting later in the fall, but this was the only one that was being conducted online. Yes, I said. I know it will suit me much better to do the 6 weeks course online than to have to haul myself up really early in the morning, get on a tram, and then attend a live class where I would need to feign not falling asleep. Yes, that would be me. You see, I'd been hesitating to sign up for the classes because they all meant I had to get on a tram and go somewhere. And given that I like to be home and working on my things, I didn't want to take that time out, so I was really scratching my head about how I was going to take these language courses when suddenly that call came in. So I was in. Suddenly, I'm in German language school 5 days a week, 3 hours every morning. Next, Ali Campbell, a famous coach, NLP and hypnotherapy expert, was offering a 6 weeks NLP training course for a ridiculously low price of $24.99. And it's something I've always wanted to learn. I've had enormous curiosity about it, so I jumped on it. While there, he's also offering hypnosis training for the same price, and then, what the heck, a life coaching program as well. Now, I know what I'm doing as a coach and a healer very well, but to get these extra trainings is something I really wanted to do. I always love learning, and as a professional, it's just part of keeping up with new and inspired training. Isn't it that way for you as well? Always learning? I think whatever profession you're in, if you're really passionate about it, and I am about mine, then you're always interested in learning more and more, and as much as you can from those out there that are experts in the field. So there you have it. I signed up for all of them. More tools in the toolbox, and those classes are 4 nights a week, 2 hours each. Not to mention the German language classes, 3 hours a morning, 5 days a week. Yipes! I'll be speaking German in 6 months to a year. I seriously can't wait for that. It's going to make a big difference in the way that I communicate with my neighbors and friends here in Munich. It'll make a big difference in my life since I just love talking to locals. So I've gone from preparing for a launch to being in school and learning pretty much full time. And I have to say, I love it. I feel really at home with it right now. Afternoons are still free for client calls, and mornings and evenings I'm learning. All of it can be done with my iPad. So for now, my laptop and I are on a break. Yeesh, so much change to get accustomed to. What are you up to these days? Are you taking advantage of all the incredible ways we can learn just about whatever we want from wherever we want? I do so love it. Stay tuned for my own courses coming out soon, and in the meantime, if private one-on-one support is still your preference, let's connect. Much love and many blessings, Suzanne. Private support. Sometimes you're just not sure what kind of private support you want. You just know that when you do have it, you do so much better in your life, in your world, your work, etc. It shouldn't be seen as a quote luxury anymore. As you probably know by now, having private support is the very thing that has catapulted you quite far in the past. And you realize you can literally collapse time with all that you learn so that you just get farther, faster. That's all that private support means. Get through the things you want to get through so that you can continue to grow at an accelerated pace. Does this sound interesting to you right now? It all starts with a conversation. See the link in the description to head right over to that questionnaire. See you soon.